Hey, shalom, shalom. It's a brother Lahab, back with another in transit late night thoughts. And first and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank Bahasham, Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to push the button. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning. Fight is good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing His word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. And I pray that this in transit lesson be edifying to the elect. So, just through the spirit, just working and, kind of just meditating on, what's going on in the, in Babylon and in the world and everything. And one of the things that I've noticed, in the scriptural is more and more people are voicing, in just regular conversation, in so many words, how they're mourning, how things are tough, and, they can't make ends meet. The price of goods are continue to go up. Talks about the tariffs that Trump, is imposing, causing more anguish on the everyday citizen in Babylon. It made me think about, scripture, when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, but when the righteous beareth rule, the people rejoice, man. Which is, a telltale sign that, Israel, the righteous, are not in rulership, because, we are indeed a compassionate people, and, these Edomites, the ones who the earth was given into the hands of, according to Job 9:24. They're ruthless, merciless, non-compassionate people, man. Me and the beloved brother Malak, from camp, was speaking the other day about a video he had sent to me about these damn. Wish they put some damn signs so you can see the fucking speed bumps, man. It's like I'm over here in damn Edomiteville. You can't even, I swear they don't believe in street lights for some reason. It just be dark as shit over here. Slovakia. Maybe because they always trying to hide and shit. But let me go on this side. So the brother had sent me a video on IG with this I guess he was like an ex-Russian soldier or something to that degree, during the time of Nazi Germany. And he said that he was commanded by the Germans to there was a pit, like a trench in front of him, and he was commanded to where am I at? Okay, go straight. He was commanded to him and a couple other Russians were commanded to throw these small hats in the pit, in the trench, and bury them alive. He's saying that he wouldn't do this, that atrocious act to them, and things of that nature. And then the Germans had them come out. The Russians come out of the pit. Had the Russians take the small hats out of the pit, and then the Russians were thrown in there. And the small hats were commanded to bury the Russians. So they swapped, switched places, so to speak, right? The Germans had them switch places. And the guy that's speaking said that they were shocked at how the small hats immediately started, burying them without hesitation. And, unless the German soldier had stopped them, the small hats, they would have just kept going until they were completely covered, the guy was saying. And the Germans stopped them and said, and had the small hats pull the Russians out. And, he basically said to him that the reason that they did it was to show that how wicked and ruthless and merciless, these people are, man. And the scriptures talk about, especially the small hats, but, Esau as a whole, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the whole, their whole nation, the Lord said he would send against the, how's it go, cruel nation, if I'm not mistaken. Salaki, I'm thinking of two scriptures at the same time. The Lord said he would put over us a cruel Lord, going into, over Egypt, DJ Trump, which they're going to come down with great wrath because they know that they have but a short time. But it says that in Deuteronomy that he will send a nation against thee, which shall, not show any pity, roughly paraphrasing, of the young or the old. And that nation is Esau, Edom, man. And the convo that I was having before I press record with this, I perceived her to be a Jake, possibly a Filipino, which a lot of our people are over there in the Philippines. But she was, we were conversating, and she said to me, she's like, wow, you're so pleasant and easy to talk to. You're not rude and disrespectful and all of these different things, and I said, well, I can say the same about you, because the majority of people that I come across are a bunch of selfish assholes, man. Here in Massachusetts we call them massholes, you know what I'm saying? And it makes me think about the scripture in Timothy when it says in the last days there shall be men that are lovers of themselves, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Most High, disobedient, just a bunch of disgusting individuals, man. And that's the time that we're living in, man. The majority of the people all around us are a bunch of lowlifes who only care about their own pleasure, man, and don't and they lack any type of compassion, for other people. It's funny because that's how that this place is through, and everything's a facade, so to speak, because they have to put that people actually care, on banners and commercials and shit like that, because people don't give a fuck. That's what the truth is, man. People don't give a fuck about nobody but their goddamn selves, man. It's me, F you. That's the motto, especially here in Babylon, man. Which is why when Jacob's trouble hits, man, it is going to be a bloodbath, man. It is going to be terror on every side, man. And the only ones that will be protected in that day will be the elect of the nation of Israel, man. So all these people, that are, a bunch of degenerates, including 2/3 of our people, you know, they're in for a rude awakening, man. As DJ Trump continues to dismantle this place, you know, and Bahasham Yahawashi or guiding, you know, making Trump do what he does, you know, because as the scriptures say, man's goings are of the Lord. You know, the Lord, you know, controls the minds of the king. He turneth this whithersoever he will. Proverbs 21:1. You know, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, roughly paraphrasing. You know, so Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi are making these devils do what they do so the prophecies can be fulfilled, man. But in the meantime, in between time, you know, there's people that, you know, don't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you know, the comforter, the understanding of the scriptures. As the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. They're going to be bugging out, man. They're already starting to bug out, man. You know, hey, man, it is a fucking wrap. A wrap for Babylon, man. This place is through. We're just watching the last few moments, you know, of this kingdom before, you know, all hell breaks loose, man. Before shit really hits the fan, man. Because all the signs are there. All the different articles brothers bring out, all the different videos we see, all the different, you know, executive orders that DJ Trump is signing, you know, further militarizing the police force and the racial division, you know, with that damn Edomite calling the 5-year-old Jake, you know, nigga and shit like that, you know, and then the Jake that killed the punk ass Edomite that was fucking with him, you know. Even the whole thing with what's that? I think it was in Cincinnati, Ohio, with the 18-year-old that got shot down by a Edomite cop, and then Jake's father found the Edomite cop and mowed that nigga down, man. And you know, and didn't have no type of remorse, rightfully so, you know. And had his head up and his, you know, his chin lifted, you know, at all them damn Edomite devils that showed up to the court hearing, man. You know, so there's a lot of things happening simultaneously, man. The end is very nigh, as the scripture says. It's even nigher than when we first believed, man. You know, and when these things pop off, man, it's gonna be a sight to see, to say the least, man. You know, it's gonna be terror on every side, man. As it says in what's that, Amos, you know, it'll be as if a man fleed from a lion and a bear met him, leaned his hand upon the wall and a serpent bit him. You know, so no escape. You know, there's gonna be no escape in that day of wrath, doom, and gloom, man, that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is soon to send upon this earth, man. It's gonna be, unless you're of the elect, hey, man, you can kiss your ass goodbye, man. you just better enjoy yourself while you can before, you know, the house of cards falls down, man. Because that's what's coming to a city near you, man. A whole heap of fucking judgment, man. Destruction, lamentations, mournings, and woes, man. You know. So yeah, you know, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to voice, you know, my you know, thoughts. You know, it was a nice conversation, short conversation that I had with the I perceive, like I said, I believe she's a Jake. She had a beautiful spirit. You know, she, you know, kind of outwardly appeared to be like, you know, a Moabite, but you know, Moabites don't have a spirit like that, man. And Moabites are pretty stale, you know what I mean, like Esau. And she wasn't like that, you know what I mean. And she was very forthcoming and pleasant, and all of those good things, and, you know, but you know, she was mourning, just like the majority of people I see. You know, Esau walking around here trying to act like shit is sweet, but you know, if you get to the nitty gritty, if you was to ask them, you know, they would express, a lot of them would express, you know, some form of sorrow, you know, because as the scriptures say in Isaiah, you know, the mirth ceaseth, you know, they shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it, roughly paraphrasing, man. It's just showing that this place is through, man. It's not the same. It was never great, and it damn sure ain't going to whatever they perceived the time was when it was great, man. It's through, it's out of here, it's finito, you know, it's a wrap, you know. All praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for that, man. So, yeah, I'm reaching my destination. I hope and pray that this quick in transit, you know, late night thoughts was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to thank Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to push the button. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to apostles and the elders, GMS, who teach me well, who taught me this truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out to listen and learning. Fight this good fight of faith. Keep fighting, keep striving, keep pushing almost out of this bitch. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. I want to say a ball and Kwam Yashavala. Hey, shalom. To the next one.